Hey guys, it's Nate here. Today we'll talk about the new Mac Mini with M4 chip from Apple. It hasn't been a long time since it came out, and a lot of people have gotten their hands onto it and tried to stress test it and then to see if it actually works and holds up to their standards of 4K editing. It might be the person which actually needs just a good small machine that can handle 4K without giving you a lot of lags or having to make workarounds in order to actually make it work for you in your specific work. So today and in this video we'll talk about it, if the Mac Mini is actually the right kind of machine and editing setup that you might actually need. Let's talk about a few specs. The base model of the Mac Mini comes in with 10 CPU cores and 10 GPU cores. Not all the time Apple brings at such a good price such good specs, especially on the RAM side, and it comes around with the 16 gigs of RAM. Finally, Apple, you've done a good job, but this might be just the Apple marketing strategy. It might not have been just because they thought, oh, let's change from 8 to 16 finally. Thank God they did. The Mac Mini comes in around $599. Now, I'm not going to be making an unboxing type of video right now, but I just want to get the Mac Mini straight out of the box, set it up, and see how it actually acts and behaves, and how it might handle some 4K editing. Now, let's get a look on the Mac Mini. Oh. It's so tiny. I mean, we all knew it's going to be tiny, but it's so beautiful. This is how the Mac Mini looks. Wow, it's so beautiful. It's so tiny and it feels premium too, not to mention. One thing that I haven't really seen in a lot of PCs and workstation is the power supply is built in. Not a lot of workstations from other PCs and other brands make this a thing. Moving on to the next thing. We also have a LAN port if you need to export a lot of videos or photos. Just plug in a LAN cable and just enjoy the speed. Then you have the HDMI, and from what I know it can support at least two external monitors at 4K 60 Hz for two monitors. And then 3 Thunderbolt Type-C, which can reach speeds up to 40 gigabytes per second. Before plugging this bad boy in and seeing how it behaves in Premiere Pro or DaVinci, handling some 4K files and video playing, one thing that I really had to say, it's more of a rant, honestly, than anything. It's the fact that I've just realized right now, stupid stuff like this. They put the power button here. It's insane. I cannot talk enough about how stupid this looks. It's not gonna work putting it here. I would have loved if Apple just put the power button probably here. Just a few quick cables and the Mac Mini will be ready. We're gonna set up the USB port adapter, the HDMI, the LAN cable, and the power supply. And we're done. The Mac Mini is fully functional. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up DaVinci real quick, and then I'm gonna throw in some 4K footage along the timeline and see how it actually behaves, how the Mac Mini actually can play it and behave. Okay guys, so what's about to happen is that you guys are gonna follow me real quick, and I'm gonna open up DaVinci real fast. You guys are gonna follow along. Okay, so we're gonna make a project 4K testing. All right, let's start. Now, we have already the footage here, right here. And what I'm gonna actually try and do is record it on the screen as well, so you can guys see it. We have here, as you can see, more and more videos. All of them are 4K, so don't worry, all of them are 4K. They're around 8-bit if I'm not mistaken, because they were shot on my Sony a7 III. As you can see here, up here, it's not proxies, there's nothing hidden, everything is raw. Okay, so wait, I'm just gonna drop this so we don't hear it. I'm gonna take a video, I'm just gonna scroll through it. Just gonna bring more. here. I'm just gonna scrub through the footage. As you guys can see, it actually moves buttery smooth. As you can see, it doesn't drop frames. As you can see, it doesn't drop any frames. It doesn't drop frame. It is almost instantly. And it looks good. It feels good. It looks good, okay? So this is 4K, don't worry. I'm gonna try some more videos. Hold on. I'm just gonna drop more and more. We're just gonna stack on top of it. Just look at how it moves through the timeline. Okay, as you can see, it doesn't crash, it doesn't do anything, it behaves very well. Okay, but this is just for timelines being thrown in, 4K footage is being thrown in. Okay, now we're gonna go into the more heavy stuff. We're gonna throw in some noise reduction. Let's try some noise reduction. Noise reduction. Oh, it's not noise reduction. Alright. Here it's better. Okay. We move a lot, so we're gonna move to large. What I'm trying to do here is more a bit of color grading, but I'm not gonna do it for real. But as you guys can see, you actually can color grade. Okay, okay, most of the time. You can add some fill grain just to make it look more interesting. Okay. Work on the, well, we might have done a little bit wild with the green side. But it's gonna look awesome if you want to use it, especially for something more cinematic with more film grain and stuff like that. You can totally use it. But even then it does play it quite well. Do I recommend the Mac Mini M4 to anyone who wants to start making videos and editing content and have a solid 4K editing machine by their side for at least 4 or 5 years and have no problems at all for most of the tasks and things and projects that they need to achieve? Yeah, my answer is definitely yes. The Mac Mini can run very well 3 to 4K timelines really well. Also, comparing the fact that it's so tiny, for a lot of people is actually a great thing to have on their desk. It's small, you can fit a lot of things on the desk and have not a problem at all. You still have a very capable and strong machine by your side. Secondly, the Mac Mini comes in at a very amazing price. Apple usually doesn't give stuff at the price range of at least $1,000. This Mac Mini, the base model, comes in at $599, and that's pretty cheap in my opinion for what you're getting. You're getting a very small form factor PC that can edit 4K without a breeze most of the time. Even if you actually manage to surpass its capabilities, there are workarounds in diverse or in different apps, so you can still get more out of it. I definitely recommend the Mac Mini to any aspiring content creator that wants a very affordable and good machine for a long time.